Hey guys, so this video I'm going to be talking about conditional orders. So conditional orders are orders that only trigger if some condition is true. So for example, it could be a price condition, like let's say only buy Tesla when Nvidia is under $500. Or similarly, it could be a percentage change condition, like only buy Tesla if Nvidia is down 3% or more. Um, or it can a better example might be only sell a Tesla call if you're doing covered calls if Tesla is up 2% or more because you want to get that premium, and if Tesla's up 2%, the call you're selling has a higher price. So those are a few examples of conditional orders. There can also be time-based conditional orders, like only buy Tesla if it's before 12 p.m. or only only buy Tesla if it's after 3 p.m. Okay, so there's also a volume condition. Say like only buy Tesla when some stock, like Nvidia's volume is under $1 million or something like that. So as you see in the source code in order.py, there's these order condition things, and there's price condition, time condition, margin condition, execution condition, volume condition, and percent change condition. Of course, this is with IB-Insync. One more thing maybe we should specify, I'm not going to go over in this video. We can make another video on margin condition. But margin condition is like, let's say if your margin percentage is below something, you can execute a trade, or it has to be above something to execute a trade. There's also an execution condition, which I'm not really familiar with. I've never used that before. But if you Google TWS API conditional orders, you might get more information on this. Um, I guess it doesn't say that much, but like an execution conditions. Anyways, another quick thing is there's a conjunction thing. Is you can combine orders, like making an and or, that sort of thing. So let's get started and show a few examples. Okay, so first, of course, we connect to IB as always. From IB-Insync, import star, IB equals IB, IB.connect, port equals 4001. You know what? Let's make port 4004. Let's make client ID equals 0. Okay. Did I connect to IB? Oh, sorry. It's good I made this mistake. Util.start loop, because you need that for the Jupyter notebook. Okay. Oops. Because it already connected, but the asyncio is messed up. Okay. Now we connected to IB. Okay, so let's first start with a time-based order. And you know what? Let me just go back 1 second and show you guys. When you go on IB Gateway, you have to know which time zone your IB Gateway is. So like, I'm opening a new IB Gateway, and below there's this thing called More Options, and it'll give you a time zone. So make sure you have the right time zone. I put mine as America, New York. I don't live there, but that's what I put it as. But I accidentally had California, and this led to me getting things completely wrong. So make sure you have the time zone set. I recommend using Eastern time because that's when the market opens. So if you need to, make sure you have this to time zone that you're familiar with. Okay, so now time-based order. So let's show an example of how this is done. So let's just first of all let's first start with examples with stock and stocks, and then we can do a few option examples. So like, let's say this is a contract we want to trade, and let's make this Tesla. We can make it Tesla equals stock, symbol equals Tesla, currency equals USD, equals smart. Okay. And then we do IB.qualified contracts, Tesla. Okay. So now we'll have the other contract. Later, you know what? I'll talk about this later. Okay, just for now, this is just the contract you want to trade, which is Tesla. So let's show an example of. Sorry, I've been sick. I thought I would get through this video without coughing, but anyways, let's show an example of the time-based order. So how do we do a time-based order? So let's first create a regular order, and this is to buy Tesla at 220. And note, unfortunately, Tesla is below 220. This will trigger now. Actually, yeah, let's get market data for Tesla. We'll do Tesla ticker equals IB.rec market data. Tesla this false. And then if I do Tesla ticker dot market price, I'll see that, it's NAND. It's NAND because it didn't fill yet. Sometimes you should do like an IB dot sleep 2 or whatever to make sure it fills. Okay, so as you see, the market price is like this, weak. Anyway, so this should fill right away because Tesla is under 220 and we have a limit for 220. But I can do this thing called a time condition. I can do time condition equals time condition. And then I can do time condition dot time. This is the time. And then I set a time. So let's say I'll make a time up. Like let's say today is the 16th. And I'm going to say like the order will only be valid after, now it's 12:06 Eastern. Let's say the order will only be valid after 12:08 Eastern, so in 2 minutes. Okay, so this is the time. Oh, sorry. There's like a time condition that is more, and this could be true or false. And is more means that it's after is if it's true. If it's false, it means it's before. And what you do is you append the conditions. You set the order conditions. It's a list by default of empty list. You do append, and you append this time condition. Okay. So now let me show you how you can place order. You can do trade equals IB dot place order. Oh, oops, sorry, I called it Tesla order. And look at the order status. At first, it's pending submit. Then it's pre-submitted. Because although it should fill because Tesla's under 220, in fact, unfortunately now it's 218. Man, the nightmare with Tesla never ends. Yeah, this can get ugly fast with Tesla. Oh, see, it made it to 08 and it filled. So it was pre-submitted until 08 and then it filled. Okay. So just to show you, like, so if I were to do it again, do 210, it'll stay at pre-submitted always until you get to 210. Okay, so this is an example of a time-based condition, right? So now let's give you an example of a price condition. So first let's cancel all the orders. We can do for order, order in IB.open orders. I'm canceling all the orders that are open. Cancel order. So let me, okay, so, and we can check that we canceled our orders. We can do IB.open orders. Oh, sorry. IB.open orders. Yeah, we canceled it. So now let me show you an example of a price condition. So this is a condition based on like a different contract or the same contract. And you have a price condition. So let's use, for our example, let's use NVIDIA as the other contract. So NVIDIA equals stock, symbol equals NVIDIA, exchange equals smart, currency equals USD. And for this one, it actually is really important to do IB.qualified contracts NVIDIA because you're going to need this con ID thing for this thing. So now let's define the price condition as price condition condition. By the way, you don't have to do this thing empty and then dot all the time. You can just put it in the argument. So let's do it in the argument for this one. Price condition, and then you con. There's a con type thing. I wonder what the default is for that. Con type is 4. Oh, sorry. The con type just gives you like what type of condition you have. So that's useless. So con ID equals NVIDIA dot con ID. Exchange equals smart. I don't know if you need that. Is more equals false. Let's make it if NVIDIA is under a certain amount, we'll buy it. Let's just for a second, let's see what's NVIDIA's price. NVIDIA ticker equals IB direct market data. NVIDIA false. I think that's sleep 2 to give it time to fill. And let's do NVIDIA ticker dot market price. So NVIDIA is at 562.98. So let's make the condition that NVIDIA will be under 562.5. So we'll do price equals 562.5. So this will only trigger if NVIDIA is under 562.5. And then remember, we do order.condition dot append price condition. And by the way, you can add the time condition by doing append time condition. There's this like conjunction thing. You can make it like an and or an or. I'll show you guys in a second. So wait, NVIDIA is 562.97. So you know what? Let's make it 562.8. Sorry, we have to define the order again. So let's make the order the same thing. So what's Tesla's price now? Ticker dot market price. I want it to be executable immediately. So Tesla's definitely under 220. So this is an order, and you have your price condition. And well, NVIDIA's never goes down. So let's make this actually 563.1. Okay. So it only will trigger if NVIDIA is under 563. Price keeps changing. I want to show you guys an example fast. So let's still make it 562.8. Okay. Okay. So sorry. So let's do trade equals IB.place order. Contract is Tesla here. And it's pending submit at first. And then it's pre-submitted. Why is it pre-submitted? Because NVIDIA is above 562.8. NVIDIA is at 563.00 something. Okay. So if you now look again, NVIDIA is still pre-submitted because NVIDIA is a rocket and it's way above that. Tesla, meanwhile, is not a rocket. NVIDIA is this is never gonna fill. But as you see, it doesn't fill because NVIDIA is above this price. By the way, you know what? I'll make a different example. I'll do like is more is true, and then this should fill right away because NVIDIA is above that. So pre-submitted at first, and then it gets to fill. Okay. Hope that makes sense. So there's something similar called like a percent change condition. Percent change condition. So let's use the same running example with the order. Order is like this. And then we can do a percent change condition. So we can do something like percent change. Sorry. change condition equals percent change condition. Change percent equals, so let's look at NVIDIA and let's see what's the deal with NVIDIA today. NVIDIA ticker dot close minus NVIDIA ticker dot close is yesterday's price, so we want to know the percent change. Ticker dot last is the last trade price. This minus that over the close should be the percent change. It's about 3%. Wow. So let's do percent changes 0.035. 0.034. So like this will not hit because it's above that. Con ID equals NVIDIA dot con ID, that's important. Let's try this without writing exchange equals smart. I wonder if it will work. I think you do have to write exchange, I think, because you have to look at NVIDIA. So in here, I think you do have to write exchange equals smart. Is more, let's make it true. And again, to add this condition, we're going to do the order dot conditions dot append percent change condition. But this is the actual percent change. But so let's now place the order and check the order status. So we wanted 3.4% for it to work. Oh, sorry, I keep making the same cut and paste error. So at first it's pending submit, then it's going to be stuck at pre-submitted, submitted, filled. Why is it filled? Maybe the way they calculate the percent change is different than what I was thinking. So wait, let's just try 4%. It's definitely not 4%. So order status pre-submitted, filled. Is the percent like this? A full percent? So now it's pre-submitted, stuck at pre-submitted. Okay. So maybe it's like this. Now let's say we do 3%, pre-submitted, filled. Okay. So this is key. I didn't even know this. Percent change needs to be the actual number, not the decimal. Wow, they get you with that. So this is the percent change condition. Okay, so there's also like a volume condition. And this is like basically similarly we have the same order, and now we'll just have a volume condition. Okay. Volume condition. Econ ID equals econ ID. Exchange equals smart. Is more. Let's make is more is true. And we give the volume threshold. So by the way, you can from the ticker you can do NVIDIA ticker.volume to get the volume, but this is volume and it's like 100 times what it should be. So you actually need to multiply this by 100. I don't know why they do it this way. It's really weird, but this is the actual number. So let's use let's say we wait for 273. Okay, so let's wait for 273. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll make volume is 273. So now let's add the volume condition. So of course we're going to do order conditions append volume condition, and then we'll test to see if it works. We're going to do like previously. We're going to do trade equals IB dot place order status. I guess it doesn't want the format like this. It wants it like this. So pending submit always at first, then pre-submitted, and it's stuck at pre-submit because the volume hasn't reached 2735 something. But if we wait, it should reach it eventually. Let's make this 1 like this. So order status pre-submitted. By the way, I found that if you later like adjust the conditions and then replace the order, sometimes it doesn't work. So be careful when modifying the order with conditions. You're better off canceling the order and resubmitting, from my experience. Anyways, the order status now is filled. Why? Because the volume has gone above this. So this is the volume condition. Okay, but like in reality, we're not gonna want to just like have this like random limit price. We're gonna want the like limit price to be something that's like we compute, right? So let's assume that like, okay, when our price condition holds, let's say when NVIDIA crashes or whatever, if NVIDIA goes down or whatever, we want to place price at the midpoint. So we can do something like this. I think I'm going to need NumPy for this, NP. So let's define, first of all, let's define the order itself. We're going to do order equals limit order. And then we're going to make a buy order. So the goal here is not to just blindly buy at 220, but to buy at something like, let's say, midpoint minus 10 cents. So this is going to be a dynamic. It's going to continuously change as the price of the ticker changes. So we're going to buy, let's say, 1 share, and the limit price, let's start it at like a really small number, like 1 cent, just because it's not going to hit at first. Okay, and then let me show you guys. So we can do, remember we had the Tesla ticker, but we can do, we can define a callback for that. We could do def.onTickerUpdate, and then we can do a ticker, okay, sorry, I'm being a little bit messy, but I just want to show you guys this example. So let's assume we're using the exact same example as here. Okay, so let's make this our example. The key, the only goal of this is I do not want you to just blindly place an order with limit price 220. I want you guys, the limit price, to continuously change or do whatever logic we want. Okay, so let's make the limit be 1224 since 25 since it's after now. So I just placed the order, and the order, of course, is going to be on first on pending submit and then pre-submitted because we're before the time. And look at the limit price of the order. If you look at the limit price, you do .order.limit price, you see it's 1 cent. But if we do this callback on ticker update, and we do global trade.order.limit price equals np.round. Oh, this is why you need np. I noticed that sometimes you do a calculation and you have a number that's more than 2 digits. It'll be stuck on pending submit forever. So that's why you need to have this. It's very important to have this np.round. I mean, from my experience, you could try without it, but you might have the order stuck on pending submit. So now what it does here is it takes the midpoint, it rounds it to nearest 2 decimals, and then it places the order. Let's do midpoint minus 20 cents. Okay, so now you do trade equals IB.place order, Tesla, trade.order. Okay, so now let's connect, attach the callback. We can do Tesla ticker update plus equals on ticker update. On ticker update. Oh, sorry. Tesla ticker sorry. Okay, so now we are going to now we have every time the callback automatically changes the limit price. So then like order status is pre-submitted because, oh, it's submitted now because we're after 1225, but it's only going to fill when we get to the limit price. So this kind of gives you more control over it. When you have a callback and you're calculating here, I'm calculating the midpoint of the ticker I want to buy, subtracting by 0.2. Okay, so this is an example. So, okay, so we need to now clear the update event, and we can cancel the open orders. Now I'll show you how to combine conditions. You can combine multiple conditions. So at first, I'm just going to show you how to combine like time condition plus volume condition. So you can have, as previously, we had the order, and now the conjunction could be an and or an or. It would be either A or O. So A, so what does A mean? A is and. So both have to be true. So let's keep the same volume condition we had previously. So the volume condition is true. And the conjunction here doesn't matter because you only look at the one before it. But I'm appending that. So first I append the time condition and the volume condition. And this is a and. And since this one is false for the next minute, the thing shouldn't trigger yet. So let's try that. At first it's pending submit, and then it's pre-submitted. 54, it should be pre-submitted until it gets to 55. Let's wait patiently for this. Okay. If we were to want to use the or condition, we can change this to an O. But yeah, I waited till 55. Now it should be filled because that was an and. But now it's an or. So now just one needs to be true. So now let's make it 1355. That's way not true, but the second one is true. And this is an or, so it should be filled right away. Pre-submitted, and then filled. Great. Okay, so or fills if just one of the two conditions works. You can also combine more than two conditions. So like first I showed you guys time condition plus volume condition, but I can also do time condition plus, let's say, volume condition 1 plus volume condition 2. And then I can do like, let's say, an or, and then I can do an and, or whatever, just as an example. There is this thing, like this order of operations thing. There's this like rule of what goes first when you do conjunctions. And I don't know if there's a way to do parentheses. It's out of the scope of this video. I can try to figure it out later. But like basically you can have all these like conditions. You can have like A and B or C and D or E, whatever. And then there's like an order of operations. So apparently from ChatGPT, it goes not, then and, then or. So let's see if this actually works. So yeah, I do use ChatGPT a lot. So let's make a dummy condition where this thing is false, and it's false because it's obviously way before 1355, and one of these two is false, so the and will be false, and let's see if it triggers or not. So let's show this example. So let's copy this same thing, except let's have we'll call it volume condition 1. This one is the true one, but we'll have the and here. And then let's do volume condition 2. This is the one we're going to make false, so let's just make the volume like way bigger. So now let's actually see if this works. What did I get wrong? Maybe the volume condition is way too big. I don't know. Is this the line condition? Is this the problem? Okay, so the second one was a problem. You know what? Let's just do the same exact one as here, but we'll make it like is more is false. So we want less than volume. So obviously you can't have more and less than the same volume. So now let's first place the order. Set pending submit. So this is the moment of truth. Pre-submitted, pre-submitted. So because of the order of operations, I was doing like the first thing or the second thing and the third thing. Again, the last conjunction doesn't matter. This and happens first, so I first do and of these two. It becomes something that's not true. And then the first thing is not true or the second thing is not true. It's not true yet, so it's a pending submit. Okay. So now, now that we have these conjunctions out of the way, let's do maybe this example will answer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and send questions. Thank you.